Hi buddies, welcome to Code Archery. In this video I will be analyzing time complexity of insertion sort, selection sort and bubble sort. So let's start with insertion sort. First, let's do a quick recap of insertion sort. So this is our pseudocode for insertion sort. Don't worry, I'll explain it. The worst input for any sorting algorithm is a descending sorted list. So consider 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 as our array which we have to sort. So first, we will highlight the key element which is a of I, that is a of 1 is 5 in this case. Then we'll find out j, which is key minus 1, that is 6. So the concept of insertion sort is simple. We compare the key element with its left list and we put the element at its correct position. So here a of j, which is 6, is greater than key, that is 5. So true, and we'll swap the elements. Now the 5 is at first position and now value of key is incremented by 1. Now our key is 4 and we'll compare 4 with its previous element. So 6 is greater than 4, then we do swap. After swapping, again we compare 5 with 4. Since 4 is smaller, again we swap. Again we repeat the same process. Now the key is 3 and we compare and swap 3 with every left element. So we have to perform 3 swappings. Similarly, for key equals 2, we have to do 4 comparison and swapping. Now I hope you have understood how insertion sort works. Now we'll analyze our sort. So for position 2, that is when key was at second position, we perform 1 comparison and 1 movement. When key was at position 3, we perform 2 comparisons and 2 movements. Similarly, when key was at position 4, we perform 3 comparisons and 3 movements. The same goes for 5. So if we generalize, when key is at n position, then we perform n-1 comparisons and n-1 movements in worst case. So if we add, we get 2n-1. Now this is a series. So if I pick 2 as common, then we know the formula, it becomes 2 into n-1 divided by 2. So if we expand it, in the worst case, time complexity of insertion sort is order of n square. But what if the list is already sorted? Since all key elements are at their correct positions, so we don't have to perform any movements. And when the key element will compare with its previous element, then it will say that I am at my correct position, you don't have to look back. So the best time complexity for insertion sort is order of n. There might be a possibility that some of you might be confused about the formula. So I'll explain quickly. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to n-2 and n-1 is our series. So if we just rearrange the series, just pairing up the first and last element, we'll get the series like 1 plus n-1 plus 2 plus n-2. So we are just pairing. So if you add each pair, the answer will be n. Since we have n-1 total elements, so total pairs will be n-1 divided by 2. And value of each pair is n. So the formula is n into n-1 divided by 2. For more details, please Google search triangular numbers. Now let's analyze bubble sort. Do you know that the bubble sort got its name from the way bubbles rise to the surface? The large bubble will reach the surface first, then the second largest will reach next, and so on. So the same happens with bubble sort. The largest element will reach its correct position first, then the second largest value, and so on. So let's quickly recap bubble sort algorithm. So this is our pseudocode. Let's provide the worst case input, that is inverse sorted values. Now the first condition is true, our array is not sorted. Now I equals 0, that is a of I is our first element, that is 5. So is 5 greater than 4? Yes. So our if condition is true, then we swap. So now the value of I is incremented. Now again 5 is greater than 3, so we do swapping. As you can see, we'll first swap 5 and 2, then again we'll swap 5 and 1. So I am directly writing the sorted list. You will observe that the largest element is at its correct position. Now in second iteration, we'll again repeat the process. Since 4 is greater than 3, we'll swap. Again after swapping, 4 is greater than 2, again we'll swap. And after swapping 4 is greater than 1, then again we'll do another swap. So our list will look like 3, 2, 1, 4, 5. Now after second iteration, last two elements are at its correct position. Now for third iteration, 3 is greater than 2, so we'll do swapping. Again after swapping, 3 is greater than 1, so again we'll swap. And now 3 is at its correct position. Now in the fourth iteration, we'll have to do one swap, that is 1 and 2, and our list is sorted. Now if we analyze our swap, so in our first iteration we perform 4 swaps. In our second iteration we perform 3 swaps. In our third iteration we perform 2 swaps, and so on. So if we generalize by saying that in our first iteration we do n-1 swaps, in our second iteration we perform n-2 swaps. So the worst case running time is n-1 plus n-2 up to 1, which is equal to n into n-1 divided by 2. So worst case time complexity of bubble sort is order of n square. Now for the best case, when the list is sorted, time complexity depends on the code. In the implementation, if you are added a flag such as no swaps perform equals true, which means if there are no swaps done in the first iteration, then the list is sorted, and time complexity is O of n. But if you are not added this checking condition, then time complexity will be order of n square. Since everyone checks whether a list is sorted or not, so we'll say that the time complexity is order of n in best case scenario. Now let's analyze our last sorting algorithm, selection sort. Personally, I think selection sort is the easiest sorting algorithm. Let's sort this inversely sorted array. The concept is really simple. Initially, we consider first element as min element, here we have 5, and then we compare the min element with the complete array. Now 4 is our min element. Again next element is 3, so 3 is less than 4. So 3 is our min element now. Similarly, 2 is less than 3, so 2 is our min element. Again 1 is smaller than 2, so now our min element is 1. Since we got our min element, now we'll swap it with the first position. Now our array will look like 1, 4, 3, 2, 5. So 1 is at its correct position. Now second iteration will start from second element. Again we'll follow the same process. When we'll compare 4 with next element, that is 3. Now 3 is less than 4, that is our min element is 3. Similarly, we'll follow the steps, and at the end our min element will be 2. Then we'll swap. Now as you can see in our third iteration, our list is sorted, but still we can't stop, because the algorithm will pick the min element and again compare it with remaining elements. So here we'll perform 2 comparisons. Again, same repeats for 4th iteration. It will perform 1 comparison and then finally our loop will end. So let's analyze. For first iteration we perform 4 comparisons. For second we perform 3 comparisons and so on. Even our list was sorted, but we have to perform comparisons because that's how the algorithm works. So for first iteration we perform n-1 comparison, then n-2 for second iteration and so on. So worst case equals n-1 plus n-2 up to 1. Now I think we are seeing this formula for third time, so we know that time complexity is n square. For best case scenario, I mean for sorted input, selection sort will perform the same number of comparisons. So even for best case scenario, time complexity of selection sort is going to be order of n square. That's it guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do comment. I really like to read your comments, and please support Code Archery by liking this video.